Now, magic mumbo sauce coming up. Okay.
It's not ketchup, it's not barbecue sauce. Please don't call it sweet and sour. We're talking about Mumbo sauce, that native DC dressing best served with fried food. Originally sold in wing shops back in the 1960s before Chinese carryouts made it famous. Today, you can even find Mumbo sauce at high-end dining options here in the district. So we put some DC locals and out-of-towners, all of them Washington Post staffers, to a blind taste test to see which establishment makes this local dish best.
Is it Mumbo or Mambo sauce?
It's M-U-M-B-O in my world.
Period.
Mumbo.
Mumbo.
Period. There's no discussion.
It's one of those things that Washington, D.C. can call their own. Because contrary to kind of what people believe, there's just two different cultures here. And I kind of grew up in the more of the subculture. It was just a separate kind of life you lived. You didn't go to the touristy locations. You didn't branch out. And so this was one of the things that was very integral to the community, which were the corner stores, which were also owned by Asians, and the carryouts or the Chinese American eateries. And that's what you had in your neighborhood. And so that's like, it was, you didn't have grocery stores, you just had these stores. So you didn't really have a choice but to eat it. And it was good. So it's just more like a nostalgia, I would say.
Grew up in D.C. The only Mumbo sauce I've ever had is Mount Pleasant Mumbo sauce over in the Columbia Heights, Adams, Morgan area.
Well, how have you only had one?
Well, I don't like to walk that much, so.
To me, you know, with fried food, you're getting a lot of oil on your food, on your chicken and in your French fry. What goes better than just a little spice and a little bit of acid from the vinegar?
Okay.
It's like those two things I think are really nice on fried foods.
So you could tell the difference, and you preferred the classic.
If I was looking at it just to see what was a restaurant or what was a takeout, I'd be able to tell the difference. But as far as what's good and what's not, those are different things. And in this case, it happens to be that the ones from the restaurants were not very good. But yes, I could definitely tell.
Okay, so 5-2. There are two you liked,
Yes.
and they were Yums.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Yum. Yeah, how about that?
It was very tangy. I will give Yums a lot of credit. I thought it was going to be very fruity, and it wasn't. So, go Yums.
And the Hamilton.
The Hamilton. Oh wow.
Could two establishments in our fine city
Fantastic.
be more dissimilar?
I was about to say.
It looks like Jerry's, which is a carryout, won for a couple of people, and then second place would have been Hamilton, which is the most expensive one and the most upscale one, I would say. So it's interesting to see who picked what. It looks like people who are from DC originally picked Jerry's because they could tell that kind of nostalgic flavor. And then people who maybe weren't as familiar with the flavor of Mumbo sauce liked the Hamiltons better.
Yeah,
And
that
the
was Tim and
Hamiltons-
Emmy.
Yeah, Tim and Emmy. And actually the Hamiltons is modeled off of Yums, a carryout restaurant. The chefs at the Hamilton went to Yums and kind of tried to recreate that flavor. So it's sort of a direct take on Yums, which is interesting.